In this video, we're going to be diving into some foundational writing skills, something that everyone should master, whether you're the average Joe drafting an email or a researcher tackling a thesis. These foundational skills can help as a starting point to elevate your writing to be more effective. Any sources I use will be noted down in the description below. All credits go to them, and feel free to check them out. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Part 1. Making your words talk. Mark Twain, best known as the author of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, once said, "The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug." This quote encourages us to use words that spark. What I mean is words that connect to your audience and leave a mark on them, as every message, email, or post you make has a chance to make a deep impression. If your writing is full of empty words or heavy with jargon, this might unintentionally convey a sense of carelessness or indifference. I'll give you an example of what I mean. In light of the fact that the aforementioned project has experienced unforeseen challenges, it is imperative that we re-evaluate the current strategic plan and implement the necessary adjustments to ensure the optimal utilization of resources and the attainment of project objectives. The project is behind schedule. We need to rethink our plan and use our resources wisely to meet our goals. Now obviously, that's a very hyperbolic way of showing it, but it's necessary to highlight the contrast between the two sentences. The second sentence is much more direct and easier to understand, as it conveys the same message, but without the unnecessary jargon and wordiness. Remember, the goal is to communicate your ideas clearly and concisely. By choosing the right words and avoiding unnecessary phrases, you can make your writing even more impactful. Think differently about yourself. So, you'd like to improve your writing. The first step in doing so is to rethink how you see yourself. Affirm yourself that you are a writer, whether you're just jotting down an email, putting together a presentation, or messaging someone on Discord. You're already writing, so embrace it. But here's the catch. Don't picture yourself as a writer with a capital W. You know, like one of those people who talk more about writing than actually doing it. Instead, think of writing as a sort of medium. Shift your perspective. Rather than viewing writing as a mere tool or task, think of it as a sort of channel or vehicle for conveying ideas, emotions, and stories. This perspective can be particularly helpful for creative writers or those who struggle with writer's block, as it emphasizes the expressive and the artistic potential of writing. The more you approach it this way, the more natural your writing will feel. So just go easy on yourself and allow your personality to shine through your writing. And just have fun with it, as writing is just a conversation on paper after all. Ditch the jargon. Let's face it, jargon is a buzzkill. It's like trying to show off your vocabulary with a thesaurus, but ending up sounding pretentious instead of persuasive. Using jargon creates barriers between you and your readers, making your message harder to understand. And guess what? If readers don't understand you, they'll simply stop paying attention. Take this sentence for example. The general problem is perhaps correctly stated as the inadequacy of nursing personnel to understand the demands of nursing services. Instead of saying that, why not just say, nurses don't understand the demands of their jobs? The second version is shorter, clearer, and gets straight to the point. Jargon might make you feel like you're being professional, but it often comes across as stuffy or disconnected. You're not trying to impress a room full of PhDs, unless you are, but even then, clarity still matters. When you ditch the jargon, you're not dumbing it down. Instead, you're respecting your reader's time and attention by making your message even more accessible. Remember, your goal is to communicate ideas, not to leave your audience reaching for a dictionary. Write like a human, not a robot. Your readers are people, not robots. They want to connect with a real person, not a faceless formal entity. That means writing the way you talk, naturally, conversationally, and with personality. Instead of writing, in reference to your letter dated November 1st, 2024, we would like to inform you of our decision. Try saying, "Thanks for your email on November 1st. Here's what we decided." Doesn't that feel more approachable? When you write like a human, you invite your readers to engage with you. It's not about dumbing down your language, instead, it's about building a connection. Formal and stiff language might work for a legal contract, but in most cases, it just creates distance. Think about your favorite video essays, threads, or books. Chances are the writers don't sound like they were reciting a policy manual. They sounded like people you'd actually want to have a conversation with. And don't be afraid to inject it with a bit of warmth, humor, or personality. A touch of humanity goes a long way in making your message stick. Show, don't tell. Writing isn't just about presenting facts, it's about making the readers feel something. That's where the concept of show, don't tell comes in. Instead of just stating an idea, paint a picture that helps your audience experience it. For example, instead of saying, "This is a significant problem," you could say, "This problem is a ticking time bomb, ready to disrupt everything if we don't act fast." The second version is more vivid, more urgent, and more likely to grab attention. By using strong verbs and descriptive language, you can make abstract ideas feel tangible. Here's another example. "Our team is innovative" versus "Our team reimagines what's possible," turning bold ideas into real-world solutions. Which one would you remember? When you show instead of tell, you give the readers the tools to visualize your message, making it more engaging and impactful. It's the difference between being informative and being unforgettable. Keep it simple. Complicated writing isn't better writing, it's just more exhausting. Readers do not want to decode your sentences. They want to understand your message quickly and easily. That is why simplicity is key. Instead of writing, the aforementioned project has experienced unforeseen challenges, resulting in a deviation from the original timeline. Try saying, "The project is behind schedule due to unexpected challenges." See the difference? The second version is clearer, more concise, and easier to digest. Why use 10 words when 5 will do the same job? Simple writing doesn't mean leaving out important details. It means delivering them in a way that's easy to follow. When in doubt, read your work out loud. If it sounds awkward or clunky, simplify it. Your readers will thank you for making their lives easier. Whether you're messaging someone, writing a post, or drafting a report, the ultimate goal of writing is to communicate. By ditching the jargon, writing like a human, showing instead of telling, and keeping things simple, you can create a connection that leaves a lasting impact. Good writing doesn't just deliver information. It builds trust, inspires action, and makes your audience feel heard. So, keep it clear, concise, and real. After all, the best writing doesn't just communicate, it connects.